asked to leave one of their stores, shops in Arizona. Some patron felt uncomfortable. The police were there. Jonathan Hunt, live in our West Coast newsroom with the very latest. Really, Jonathan? I thought cops made us feel safer and more secure.
Well, you would think so, but for now it is apology accepted. At least that's the message from the Tempe Police Officers Association after Starbucks was quick to issue a mea culpa and acknowledge that an employee should not have asked a group of officers to leave on July 4th after a customer complained that their presence made her feel uncomfortable. Starbucks Executive Vice President Roseanne Williams apologized in a letter to the Tempe Police Department and said the officers, quote, should have been welcomed and treated with dignity and the utmost respect by our partners. Instead, they were made to feel unwelcome and disrespected, which is completely unacceptable. And while a boycott Starbucks hashtag began trending on social media, Tempe police said the incident should be used instead as an opportunity to engage in dialogue.
We're not asking for a boycott of Starbucks, and we don't want the employee fired. Hopefully this is a learning opportunity and we can move forward and connect to our community, and hopefully people will feel safe around law enforcement.
Last year, of course, Starbucks was involved in a racial profiling controversy after two black men were arrested in a store. Starbucks settled with those men and ordered anti-bias training at 8,000 of its U.S. stores. Sean?
And they still have the needle dispensaries in, I think, 25 stores. All right, thank you so much, Jonathan Hunt. We had our own Lawrence Jones hit the streets today about the controversy. Let's see how people reacted.
So how do you feel about a Starbucks in Arizona telling cops to leave because it made a customer uncomfortable?
Right. Shameful, to be quite honest with you.
I think it's crazy. I think it doesn't make any sense. What do we do? What would we do if we didn't have police officers?
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I can't think of a safer place on the planet than a Starbucks or any restaurant with 6 uniformed police officers.
I would ask my customer what they were doing that was so offensive, and if there was actually something going on, then perhaps you deal with it. But otherwise, I would just say, I'm sorry, our police are welcome here.
Say you go anywhere to eat, you see a group of cops there having a bite to eat or something to drink. Does that make you uncomfortable personally, or do you feel safe?
Personally, no. I would feel more safe.
I find people don't appreciate right now, how important they are, the things they do, and a story like that just makes me sick.
What do you think about a person that would say that about an officer that wasn't causing any problems, but was just there getting a cup of joe?
It's said common sense ain't so common. Ignorance is not bliss.
That was just a bad move by Starbucks on a bunch of bad moves Starbucks has made over the course of the years.
That's why I only like Black Rifle coffee. This is the truth, but I don't support boycotts. He hosts Fox Nation's Keeping Up with Jones, Lawrence Jones, along with former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. All right, Lawrence, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but if I'm in a store late at night and there are cops there, I'm like going, whew, I kind of prefer to see them. And when I see them in a pizza shop, there's a place in town that I like to go to called Mario's. I like to pick up the bill when I can. Say thank you for what you do and the risks you take. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned.
Yes, Sean, I mean, there's not one person that I interviewed that thought this was acceptable behavior. On the heels of today, Georgia, one cop was killed. Yesterday was the anniversary of the deadliest police shooting in American history, 7/7 in Dallas, Texas, which I reported on exclusively at Fox. There's a lot going on in this country, and although there may be division between some communities and the police, I don't think anybody would feel like it's acceptable to kick cops out as they're getting a bite to eat, getting something to drink, and quite frankly doing proactive policing. You don't want to just see police when things go wrong, but you want them in the community showing their face to prevent crime from happening. And so Starbucks made a big gamble right here, and this is on the heels of them, Sean. They had that shelter policy where they allow homeless people to come into Starbucks and pander people, and now they're saying cops aren't welcome in this same establishment. They got a big problem on their hands.
Pam, I could name 3 high-profile cases. We didn't rush to judgment. Cambridge police acting stupidly. Ferguson, Officer Darren Wilson. All the eyewitnesses confirmed his story in that case. He was exonerated. He lost his career, but he was exonerated. And then the Freddie Gray case in Baltimore. this impulse, especially among the media and people on the left, to think the worst about cops. Why?
Well, and Sean, this may be a good reminder for all of us, like you said, to appreciate police officers. I've been to way too many law enforcement funerals in my career, and we have got to respect our police, and so many of us do. And Lawrence's piece was great, that everyone appreciated them. But you know what? If a police officer is giving you a ticket, thank them. Thank them for keeping us safe every single day.
Thank you for my ticket, sir. Thank you very much.
There's no ordinary day in the life of a police officer, and we have to support our men and women.
And I always say, the first thing I say is, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm speeding, I'm so stupid, I shouldn't. And when you act that way, they usually say, all right, get out of here. If you act like a jerk, and by the way, they carry a gun for a reason. All right, guys, good to see you.